Secure AI-enabled operations depend on clear roles, precise permissions, and accountable administration. In Regrello AI, access should reflect real responsibilities, so teams can execute workflows confidently while leaders maintain control, governance, and readiness to scale. We've already built the foundation: what Regrello AI is, how AI-powered workflows are designed, and how process intelligence supports better operational decisions. Now we shift from creating workflows to governing them. Module 4 begins with enterprise administration: roles, permissions, and controls. From there, we'll move into data governance, architecture, and change management. AI-powered workflows can move quickly, but speed without control creates risk. Roles and permissions determine who can view, approve, change, or trigger actions. That structure protects sensitive data, keeps automation accountable, and helps teams scale without confusion. In Regrello AI workflows, roles are more than job titles. They define responsibility, access, and accountability. Task participants are closest to the work. They complete assignments, share updates, upload documents, and respond to requests. Process owners shape how the workflow should run, including rules, performance expectations, and improvements over time. Approvers add control by reviewing submissions, validating decisions, and confirming policy alignment. Administrators, auditors, and executives look across the system. They manage controls, inspect evidence, and monitor outcomes. When role models are clear, AI can route work correctly, protect data, and keep decisions traceable. Effective role design starts by looking beyond job titles and asking what people actually do. For each process, identify who completes the work, who approves exceptions, who owns the outcome, and who monitors performance. Those are different responsibilities, even when one person holds more than one. A RACI-style mapping makes the distinctions explicit. It also separates operational responsibility from administrative authority, which helps prevent over-permissioning. Validate the mapping with process owners, IT, compliance, and frontline users. The payoff is cleaner handoffs, fewer disputes during escalations, and stronger accountability. Permission design means setting boundaries before the workflow goes live. Start with what people can see, such as task details, forms, documents, comments, and status. Then define what they can do: complete work, reassign it, escalate it, approve it, reject it, or reopen it. Next, protect the rules that shape the workflow, including templates, routing, approvals, and automation. Finally, limit access to reports and administration, because dashboards, audit logs, user management, and system settings can expose or change a lot. Well-designed permissions reduce mistakes, protect sensitive data, and preserve accountability. Think of least privilege like keycard access in a secure building. Employees should enter only the rooms required for their job. In workflow systems, that means granting access by role, responsibility, and business need. Someone may complete tasks without changing approval rules. A manager may review work without administering configuration. This separation limits sensitive data exposure and reduces the chance of accidental or unauthorized changes. Access also needs regular review. As teams, processes, and responsibilities change, permissions should change with them. Access to workflow data should be based on what someone needs to do, not on everything the system happens to store. Start by identifying the data objects, task details, attachments, comments, submitted forms, and history. Then apply filters based on responsibility and context, such as role, region, supplier, project, or business unit. A supplier may only need to see their own tasks. A process owner may need full status visibility. The goal is practical least privilege: enough information to complete the work while protecting sensitive commercial, employee, customer, and supplier data. Workflow permissions should be action-based, not just screen-based. A task participant may need to complete work, attach evidence, or ask a question, but not approve the result. An approver needs a different set of choices: approve, reject, request revisions, or escalate when the decision is outside their authority. Process owners sit above the flow. They can reassign stalled work, adjust deadlines, and monitor exceptions. Admin rights are the most powerful, so they should be rare, logged, and reviewed. Each role should have enough control to move work forward without unnecessary authority. Workflow configuration is powerful because one small change can alter how work moves for everyone. Treat templates, routing rules, approval chains, escalations, and due dates as controlled assets. Only trusted roles should create, edit, publish, archive, or duplicate them. Before a major change goes live, require stakeholder validation, a test run, approval sign-off, clear change notes, and a rollback plan. Just as important, keep a change history. If something breaks downstream, the team needs to know what changed, who changed it, and why. Reporting permissions should be designed around decisions, not curiosity. Executives need enough visibility to spot trends, risks, and bottlenecks without exposing unnecessary case details. Process owners need deeper operational data because they are accountable for fixing delays, exceptions, and throughput problems. Auditors need evidence, timestamps, approvals, decision history, and records that prove compliance. Participants usually need the narrowest view, focused on their own tasks and immediate context. A strong reporting model makes this intentional. It gives each role the intelligence required to act, while keeping confidential process data from becoming broadly visible. User access should follow the employee lifecycle, not stay static after the first login. During onboarding, access is requested, approved, and assigned based on the person's role and workflow responsibilities. When someone changes teams, gains approval authority, or takes on new duties, permissions should be reviewed and adjusted. Offboarding is just as important. Accounts should be disabled or removed promptly to protect data and administrative functions. Periodic access reviews then catch outdated, excessive, or inappropriate permissions before they become control weaknesses. Workflow health is not owned by one person. It is shared across roles with clear boundaries. Process owners keep the business logic current: steps, approvals, exceptions, and performance expectations. Administrators keep the system working through users, permissions, settings, and configuration hygiene. Support teams protect day-to-day usability by answering questions, resolving access issues, and escalating defects. Governance partners make sure the workflow still meets policy, audit, and risk requirements. The mental model is separation with coordination. Each group owns a different part of the workflow, and together they prevent drift, confusion, and compliance gaps. Governance does not end when roles are assigned. It becomes an operating loop. Audit logs show what actually happened: approvals, reassignments, configuration changes, and permission updates. Permission monitoring reveals inactive users, excessive access, or behavior that no longer fits the job. Workflow analytics show where approvals slow down, where escalations fail, and where ownership is unclear. Regular access reviews turn those signals into action. As the business changes, roles should be adjusted, validated, and improved on a monthly, quarterly, and event-based cadence. The big takeaway is simple. Regrello AI scales safely when roles, permissions, and ownership are designed together. Roles define accountability. Permissions enforce least privilege across data, actions, reports, and administration. Ownership keeps workflows accurate, compliant, and improving. From here, we build on that foundation with data governance, enterprise architecture, and change management.